know.
Yeah.
Mood swings. Mood swings are tough. Fucking bullshit happened. Nothing. It's fucking technology.
That's why the rechargeable headphones are bullshit.
I don't know, man. I can't tell. Sometimes I put in the headphones and the phone picks it up and drops, and then the iPad decides now is a good time to start using it. So I have to turn off all the teeth, all the blue teeth in the house.
That's too funny, man.
No, it's not funny. The other day I was trying to do some exercise, so I put in these other headphones while Juliet's having a meeting, and I picked up on her iTunes, and all of a sudden I closed her meeting sound and opened her iTunes and started listening to music from her computer while she's in a meeting, and it was very, very confusing and
the
annoying.
trippy thing about those two, man, was in the beginning. I don't know if you can still do it with them, but people used to leave their headphones, I guess, in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Like they would leave one in a room and it would pick up like a microphone to hear other people talking. And I was like, that's kind of spooky, man.
Well, leave it to people to figure out like a creepy, disgusting way to use anything.
Yeah, true.
It's like, oh yeah, this is really cool feat of technology. How can I use this to spy on somebody and destroy their lives?
Yeah.
Oh
God.
That's
How was your week?
The week, it went. I mean, it was. I can't tell. I honestly, it was fast or it was long or it was slow. It was.
Yeah.
It was, challenging. Every week is fucking challenging. By the end of the week, you don't even realize you've been tensing your body up for like 5 days, figuring shit out and, trying this and trying that. And a lot of times it's like, oh, that didn't work. I'll try this, or I'm not feeling it to try again. But it was, let's say, uneventful.
Uneventful.
Like no events, no major events to fucking shatter me too much.
That could be a good thing.
Yeah, I'm counting that as a good thing. I'm saying it's been a good week, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Mood swings. Mood swings are tough, man.
Yeah.
But, somewhat, I think, pretty productive as far as making my website updated a bit more. Like, decided, because after I spent time making it and then just having it up, I just let it sit for a while, and I forgot that a lot of it was very unfinished and just kind of just like thrown out there without too much detail and tinkering.
Especially you put so much work in the beginning too. Like I find for myself when I put so much work into building a website in the beginning, then it's like by the time I'm ready to check for bugs or any of the other things like that with it, I'm fucking done. It's like I don't even want to do anything,
I was wicked over it, and I forgot that I didn't finish it. I was like, yeah, I got a website. It's like, yeah, but not really. You got a place for people to go, and you're running out of content fast. So I went in there and tinkered and took some like notes that I was getting from like you and Les told me as well, because I ran it by a few people who actually gave me some feedback, and started making changes slowly. Like the tough changes are adding the dimensions to all the work and going back and like getting all that information and putting the dimensions.
You didn't have that in there at the beginning?
Not in the beginning, no. I just had the piece in the year.
Yeah.
Right. And I thought, okay, that's enough. Yeah. And after you told me, I kind of looked back and was thinking, yeah, you know what? He's right. It's important to know because some of the work is really big and some of it's really small. And
absolutely. My favorite thing was the first time I seen Starry Night. I was at first time I went to MoMA.
Right.
And I seen Starry Night and I go, holy shit, man, this painting's fairly small, know? Like, I mean, it's a decent sized painting, but I'm so used to seeing mural. Like I've seen it painted on walls. I've seen murals of it. I've seen giant posters of it.
Yeah, you're more familiar with
The same thing with the Persistence of Time. I think Persistence of Time, or that Dali one with the melting clock.
Yeah, whatever. Persistence of Memory.
A memory. A Persistence of Time was a fucking Anthrax album.
Well, listen, man, it all comes out in the wash.
Yeah. But like that painting too, tiny, or some of Max Ernst's works and stuff like that, or but anyway, so you having it on your website, exactly, because you have no, especially when you're looking online, you have no gauge, some of these
It's
paintings
true.
are
It's good to know.
gigantic.
Yeah, and you know what? Even when I think about how I look through art books and I'll read, dimensions will always be there, and I skim over it because, I'm not really there to do like a checkup on the sizes, and then you do run into these pieces in person, and it is pretty startling sometimes. Like the size is like you were way off with the size in your head, thinking it's a certain size, and like
the impressiveness too about, I mean, I'm just going to keep on going on about paintings, but I'm just thinking about that impressiveness too. The first time I seen a Pollock is what made me start to really appreciate his drip, like those drip paintings and stuff like that, because I only seen images in books or whatever, and then you see how you see this rhythm out through this giant painting that he's standing on top of and that he's doing, and you're like,
that's
whoa,
the importance of a lot of work. And if you think about art in general, like our accessibility to it is so easy right now, but the history of art is through time is experiencing it in person. It's almost like people make pilgrimages, like, because art is either an artifact, a building, or a painting or something. And when you see it in person, the presence and the size of it really has a huge part of the object itself. Like a Pollock painting, like the whole experience of knowing Pollock's work is, knowing his work face to face, seeing it in person, because that's part of the experience of his work.
Absolutely.
I think it was part of his making his work as an artist, and it's for a viewer to feel something full. You kind of have to see it in person. You have to confront this work, like Rothko's work. Also, you see it prints flat, and you get the color, and you can analyze it, and if you see it face to face, it's a whole different experience.
See textures, you can almost taste it,
Yeah, and a lot of art, I think, depends on it. Like if you think of like Richard Serra's work, you could look at photos and videos and stuff, but if you don't like walk in between some of these twisted, concave and convex walls, you don't feel the sound deadening and
the
bouncing
vibration of the
you don't feel the presence of the
ricocheting off
work.
the steel, and
and that's important. And I'm curious about, I'm not like focused on her, but it brings up a curiosity in me about work now, how we share work very instantaneously and very two-dimensionally. And especially now when you can't even go out and go look at work, you can't experience in person, it's going to have like a shock on the productivity of artists, or maybe what people respond to, how the public responds, or how artists respond to creating. I don't know. It's a very curious situation. Because, seeing it like the first time, I was lucky enough to see the Venus, the Birth of Venus, the Botticelli, and it's small. It's much smaller than in my head and in my imagination, and in my like recreations of it that I've drawn or emulated in paintings. But when you see it in person, it's like, I don't know. It's exciting too.
It's very exciting.
It's like meeting someone in person. It's like, you look much taller in movies.
Than I thought you would be.
Tom Cruise.
So how deep would you say that you feel like you got? Well, not feel, but how deep did you get with the change in? I mean, with putting the sizes and all that stuff.
I think I've done like, out of the, like, let's say, I don't even know, not very, because it's a lot of information to collect from different places. Like I'm going through old shipping labels like that I've sent out, like the invoices, to find some of the dimensions. I'm going through
the emails.
The emails. I'm sifting through emails. I've got some written in books, like when I was working with Kate in the studio, and she was and also Evelyn, when she was the intro, the Irish girl, she also kept a record of everything. So I have like 2 years of really good records, and I have to keep going back to those.
That's my favorite thing about updating the website, is that I mean, this is so bad that's like my my way that I get my information from
Right.
myself.
How little you know of
because that's where
yourself.
everything lives. Because I'm like, because sometimes people will ask me about the painting, and then they'll give me the title, and I don't even remember what painting they're talking about because I don't remember the title of the painting.
Sure. It's like, I know that phrase.
Or else for the size, it's like I gotta go look to see what the size of it is and stuff.
Sometimes I've been like, Juliet, what's the name of that painting where blah blah blah, and she'll know.
Yeah.
It's like I don't retain all that, but it's definitely also caused by looking for all this information. I wind up totally getting sidetracked and digging up all this other cool artifacts.
The great part about it, but the bad part about
it. But it did force me to create a secret page on my website, the rabbit hole page.
Oh, that's cool.
So I don't have it going live yet, but I'm building it.
Yeah.
Like, I know where it's going, I know where it's hidden, and I created the actual page, and I started adding content to it. The first content I added was a link to our podcast. So I'm like,
that's cool.
Like a peripheral project that's not considered like the 2 or 3D work that I do.
Yeah.
But it's still
I've always wanted to do that with my really, really old work, like like the works from back in the early '90s and stuff like that. So I don't have it on my website.
That's what I want to do,
which I should, because it's part of my growth, So, but it's unlike what I do now. So, but then again, what I do now is unlike what I was doing in 2005.
And listen, that's always going to be the situation. That's always going to be the deal. And a big part of why I wanted to do this was because I do think it's an important part of the present process, but I don't want it to muddy the waters too much and be too distracting. And I want the website to be it's already overloaded. I've already got too much going on between the graphics and the art and the sections. But that's just the kind of work I can't just make a page that has my name and just art. That's like, bleh. Like, I want to make it interesting for me.
Well, people are going there for that reason.
But I want there to be understanding. I want to what is the process? What is the some of the thought process behind some of the work? What is the difference between the paintings and the photography and my photography and the collages and the collage, and the figurative and the architecture stuff. I don't want it to be too dissected. Like, I don't want it to be like a textbook that bores you, but I don't want it to be just like some just dropped a box of stuff off in like a stoop sale. I want it to be
stoop as me stoop sale.
I want it to be like organized in a way. I want it to be concise enough to have enough information, as well as easy to swallow. I don't want it to be overwhelming and all that shit. But I want there to be a place where you could find the podcast, the Gold Mine Shithouse, the Murder Baby, the all the photographs of installations, across the world, archives of old work from my college days, and a place to find all these building blocks that are a big part of the inspiration to the process now. And keeping it hidden in there. This way I can always have a web address I can give out. And there's a place you can go on the website and I want to show that to you. And the next time that you have your desktop free and you could go online.
Yeah, definitely. So you do have it up. It's just not available to the public yet.
I think right now it might be because I was just editing. Do you have are you in front of you're obviously in front of your computer.
Yeah.
You're Skyping.
I'm in front of my other one though.
All right, I'm just going to make a clap kind of here just because I don't want this to be part of if we put this up as a podcast or anything. Well, that was fun. I'm kidding. That wasn't fun.
Only scene.
So you've been saying you're trying to do a painting a week. Is that?
Yeah. I've been doing. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get into a zone where I kind of move a lot. a lot quicker. Plus, also the thing that I'm working on right now is pretty massive, like the project. So if I don't move fast on it, then it will never get done. You know? Right. So and they're pretty. The paintings I'm doing right now, they're good size too. They're 18, I think, by 24. So they're good size pieces each one.
You've been going pretty large recently, right?
Yeah. Well. The last show was all 8 by 10s.
Yeah. So, that's not large at all.
Yeah. Yeah. So those. Yeah. So those are small.
Do you feel like this is a
and then
reaction?
the commissions have been good size too. Well, the one that I'm working on still, that's pretty much done. I just got to build the frame for it, or finish building the
fire
frame
one
for it.
The fire horse?
No, that one I just sent out. That one got sent unframed. So the person's going to frame that one. But I'm working on a painting of Hecate, and the painting itself is pretty much done. I might, it's hard to let go of things, so I might get back in there a little bit. But it's gonna have a custom, one of those oddly shaped frames that I do, and that
do you prefer doing the frames, or do you like it? Yeah.
Oh, I would love to make every single frame. The only problem is the frame becomes to be super time consuming in itself because of all the inlay design work scroll work that I paint on them and everything. Because sometimes those can take like a couple of weeks, just to do all that stuff, depending on how complicated it is.
Yeah, it's amazing how slow that can be. Like.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you had people, at times that's when you hire people. You had people that you would come in and help you.
Hire is a tough word.
Yeah, I don't even know. You wouldn't let people paint the text. It was other stuff, right?
No, I would. To bring the letters together. I would. There was two parts of the stencil. Like laying down the stencil, I think I would have a intern do, and then I would bring the letters in together. Like the curves of the S's where you connect. All the spots that are not in the stencil.
Yeah.
I would do that part myself, and then some patina touches, aging and sanding and staining. But that was like, I think for maybe 2 batches of stenciled paintings. I think I did 2 myself, and I had 2 with help.
Yeah.
And I liked having the help better, but the letters looked better when I did it myself.
Mm-hmm. Of course, always does, because you know what you want. And that even when like it's like I find when I'm doing lettering or scroll work or whatever it is on the frame, I like to and like when I'm painting it, sometimes I like to paint it so it's distressed, as I'm painting it. And then on top of it, then I distress it even more after,
it's your hand. It's like it's your font.
Yeah.
It's your hand.
Yeah. So
then you age it, with that technique.
Yeah. But I love it. I feel like it makes the painting even more a piece of one unified work when I am able to do the frames and stuff, and I just think it makes it that much more special.
More precious, I think.
Yeah. But
there was a line I would walk. Having interns like that. First of all, delegating work I had a hard time with, because trusting the people to do the job in a way that I felt. Yeah, and I've walked that line a few times, and like with the lettering, for instance, and letting go of ownership or whatever I identified my work as a part of myself, beyond the idea and the technique. And
I have such a hard time with it that I like because I'm so obsessive of the way that I want something done, and that, or I don't even know if that's the right word, but I have such a hard time with it. I remember when I was like first sent out that like from all the pre-orders that I did with the books, when it came time, I had like all these books that I had to send out, and I did so many of them myself before I finally started even letting April help me do them. You know what I mean? Because I just I knew it's like a certain way that had to be done. And meanwhile, it's like the whole time I know I can just show you the way that it has to be done, and then that way I have the help. But it's so hard to let go of things.
Sometimes,
I think it's actually deeper than that too. Let's have a therapy session on it. I think it's also like comes down to the side of as well as just being afraid to ask for help too.
Yeah,
Like
it's a little bit of that, and it's definitely a lot of pride because
yeah,
you feel you have a certain standard that you hold yourself to, and if you have people who are investing in you because they
yeah,
believe in you enough to actually pay money for exchange of a book or a painting,
yeah,
you feel like this is your responsibility to carry out.
yeah,
But there's definitely, some abstraction between like what, okay, it doesn't all have to be completely like the idea of something is enough of carries enough weight to
hmm
still, you know, I don't know, feel like you did your job, I guess,
yeah,
or,
yeah. I also get hung up in that thing of like, who am I to ask you to help me? You got your own shit going on, so
sure.
like
But
I
you
get
also
hung up
have
on
to
that stuff
people
too.
people who care about you want to help you too. It's
Yeah,
good for let's say us. I'll be a person who likes to help you. I
hmm
help you not because I don't think you can't, but because I know I can help.
yeah, and it makes me feel good to help.
And it makes me feel good, and it actually creates, I'm going to learn something about it too. Maybe it's about sharing that experience too. And it like this is like a lot. I justify a lot of things I've done in my life for whatever reason, and this could be another one of those like, yeah, sure, buddy. But a lot of we're having interns was justified the fact that the experience of them working in a studio that was very laid back, but
hmm
very serious. Like I took my work very seriously, and I was doing things I was taking things very seriously. But you would show up and you might like eat spaghetti at Frank's and get loaded. It
Yeah,
it could
yeah,
happen.
yeah. Have a cocktail or whatever. Yeah,
Um, but that was just like how the studio ran. And so that was sort of a justification. It's like, oh, sure, I'm not paying them anything, and I do give art. And that's a whole other issue, like the
yeah.
guilt of giving art as a gift. It's like, oh, Jesus Christ, the people I know that get art as a gift, they just like they don't have closets to store it either. Like what makes me think that my friends have enough closet space for this painting? So it's definitely, but that's. I'm sorry, I lost my train of
Yeah,
thought.
no, no, no,
It's
totally. Well,
it's Sunday.
I mean, the intern thing is a whole experience thing, at the bottom line, and most people
Mm,
also too would be able to get college credit or whatever from it if that's what they're going to school for. But yeah,
mm.
but yeah. So the week thing, back to that. I just been trying to do it so it's just keeps just trying to give myself a time frame to kind of feel like I complete something
Yeah,
or trying to get out of the habit of overthinking about what I'm kind of doing
yeah, a
and
little
that
structure.
which is that lasts for about a week and then I get back
Yeah.
into it again.
Well, there's structure and then there's discipline, and you could have one and not the other, and then the whole thing
Yeah,
falls apart.
yeah.
I'm
See, I don't the structure thing. I'm a little bad with discipline thing. I think I'm great with, but the the problem what
I
I
don't
always
mean
fall
discipline
into.
like punishing yourself. I mean discipline like doing the
Oh,
work.
so I'm like one of those
Yeah.
Catholics. I got the
No,
flog
no,
or
no, not
whatever.
that kind of like self-flagellation or anything. No, I don't mean discipline like you're in trouble. I mean like I will keep up the regiment. I will
Yeah,
show up every week and do it.
yeah. See, I don't have a problem with that. The problem that I have is the obsessiveness of it.
I have a problem
That's the
listening.
problem.
This is my problem. I have a problem. I don't hear a thing you're telling me. I don't hear you. I don't. I have a problem with listening and hearing.
Yeah.
Now I can come up with the ideas. I just can't, always execute
Actually, well,
right
yeah,
now.
yeah.
Actually
That's like
doing
the
it.
whole thing about trying to help somebody out. It's you're always good. Like we are always good at giving advice. Like because I feel myself I
Ah,
can give the advice, but whether or not I take it myself.
all right. That's why we have to talk to more than like one other person. Otherwise, we're just giving the advice has to
Yeah,
make the whole circle,
yeah. Well, good
to
luck with
circle the
that.
room.
Yeah,
Oh Lord.
but, yeah. Anyway, I feel great, man. I feel good. You know.
Did you go get a vaccine?
No, so I got my appointment for the end of next month.
Okay.
I see my doctor tomorrow for my for just a checkup again, and then I am going to try to, feel him out about getting a doctor's note, because I already wrote him on my chart and stuff like that, and like me and his back and forth was kind of weird, where like, I said because of the comorbidities, right? Like New York just started doing that, and with my lung problems and stuff, I was like, I let him know. So I was like, it looks like I'm going to need a doctor's note in order to, to do this, but I'm going to try to get the appointment. And this is before they started making the appointments available on the 14th,
right?
New York State,
right.
And that. So then I wrote him, and then he was like, yeah, I don't know, if your pre-existing conditions will fall under this and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, first of all, it has to do with lungs. I mean, if they're letting people who smoke like cigarettes get the shot, it's like,
but those people, it's not just who smoke, it's people who smoke and are a certain age or have certain heart conditions and
yeah.
blah, blah,
blah. Anyways, I'll figure that out tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be able to get my doctor's note from him and that, and yeah, we'll see what
by
happens.
The end of the month, you should get your first jab.
Yeah, so on the 28th next month.
Yeah, we don't know tomorrow.
At the Javits Center.
Wow.
That's the closest place to go.
There's going to be a convention.
Yeah.
Jeez, at least. Wow, that's all the way to the other side of Manhattan.
Yeah. So that'll be my first time driving into Manhattan since I haven't been in Manhattan for like 10
2019.
Months. Yeah, I haven't been to Manhattan for 10 or 11 months now. Or I think we're in our 11th month. Whatever. It's been a fucking long time.
It's been a long time, like a year. Let's say like a year.
Yeah, like a year. So,
wowzers, that's crazy.
Yeah. Any because Boston seems like they're starting to allow more, or Massachusetts seems like they are starting to offer more of a
shots
pass. Yeah.
No, they ran out actually. Well, every
no, not shots, but availability, like as in the sense of like age 8, like it's no more 65 and older.
I don't know. The last thing I saw, which was like a month ago, was like a sort of illustrated list of who's priority, right? And it starts with like, whatever, first responders and blah, 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 blah down the line. And it's a picture of like a line of people. And then you see old people, and then you see prisoners, and then you see and I'm somewhere like way down the bottom of the snake. So I think there's like 700,000 people in front of me to begin with.
Yeah, right.
Something like that. That was the number calculated by like this algorithm. So, which, could have changed. I could be like somewhere at 5. I've got my deli, my deli tab.
Deli sticker.
It says 500,728. And I'm just ding. I like how they do the DMV like that now, or the Registry of Motor Vehicles, RMV. Change the name too, RMV. DMV.
Oh, really? I didn't even know that.
Well, there's a registry, there's the department. I don't know. Maybe they didn't change it. Maybe there's just like it's always been that way. But I'm too old to want any change. So I go into the RMV and they give you the ticket like that, and you're sitting there waiting for that fucking like L4 and blah blah blah. Oh man.
Hello.
It's like being in that movie Brazil. It's really
that's a good movie.
Creepy.
It's been that long time.
Yeah, it's one of those movies that you forget that Robert De Niro's in it.
Yeah, and it's a Terry Gilliam, right? Movie.
Yeah, Terry Gilliam. Yeah. I used to love him.
Yeah, no
I
shit.
mean, I still love him, but I used to be. I think when I was younger, I was definitely fanatic about his movies. I thought he was the bee's knees.
Well, come on, fucking the fucking. Oh my god! I always forget the name of that movie.
I'll give you a hint.
The guy comes out of the water with the ship on his head. Time Bandit. Somebody, I thought of it.
Good. Yes, that's the one.
Time Bandit. Wow, what a fucking... That guy creeped me out so bad. The one with the arm, like, well, the villain, you know? Oh my God. There was that arm one too when he's like in his room, in his bedroom. Yeah. Oh, maybe that was something else. No. Subdued memory.
Wow, man. You're unwinding.
I'm joking. No, remember? Oh, the fucking Now I gotta watch it again because I'm trying to forget. I'm completely forgetting it.
All right. Well,
I don't know.
We'll get back to you on that one. I want to know which guy. The guy who creeped me out the most in that movie was when they fall out of the sky into like the desert. I think when he meets Sean Connery and there's the Minotaur and he's fighting the Minotaur. That fucking guy. It's just like really creepy. When oh man, I forgot. I thought I had an interesting story, but it's really not.
Or else you decided maybe it's too out there.
Yeah, it's just, it's not interesting.
Yeah. It might be a little too interesting.
Oh,
the authorities show up at the house if you didn't tell it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's the end of the coffee. Oh, this big week. Got another big week.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know.
The week is what you make it.
Yeah, I know.
You want it to be big? You want it to be mellow or busy or not busy? I got a big week because I'm going to make it a big week.
You see, you got that positive attitude. You got that PMA. I just don't. I just cannot. I can't. Oh, I do. You catch me on my bad day. You know, every time I call you on my good days, I'm like, call in Dave. So much to talk about. I've got a great idea. And then I finally get you on the phone. I'm like, fuck life. Where's the rope?
I hate everything.
I need a gun and a rope and solve this. But
yeah, I get those weeks.
Yeah,
definitely. I know. I'm like I've been doing pretty good, like feeling pretty good for the last like month or few weeks or whatever. So
that's great.
So I keep on waiting for it to come crashing
down. Tap into that
man, I drank
anxiety.
some super strong coffee last week, and I think I'll never buy it again because it just felt like my heart was going to jump out of my chest.
Where do you get your coffee?
Well, this was okay. So normally, buying just at the grocery store, I just buy Starbucks and I buy Pike because I love Pike, just the Pike blend or whatever. Gross. And then gross. And then Cereal, like I told you, sent me some fucking amazing coffee.
He sent me. You told me. He said, I asked you because he sent me a box, and he sent you what? How many boxes?
No, he sent me a box, but there was 3 bags.
3 bags. Okay, he sent me a bag. Sorry, he didn't send me a box. He sent me a bag. I got a bag. You got 3 bags. The fuck? 3 bags to 1? You could have split that 2 and 2.
Maybe he messed up the Davids.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
he meant to send you the 3 bags.
He messed up. All right. He messed up.
So
he messed up, man.
So I polished that up, but I polished that up a while ago. But anyway, so I remember liking. I was telling April, speaking of, I was having a conversation with her, and I was like, I think I remember really liking. I thought this coffee was going to be terrible because I thought it was just purely being sold on a name, but it was called Death Wish, I think, coffee or whatever, and it's like really metal and shit, and
excuse me,
but my buddy Josh years ago, when I was visiting him, he's like, "Oh yeah, take that," because he was doing the pod things. Anyways, too much information that nobody needs. But like,
I need more information.
Yes. So he's like, "I got those bags. Take those bags of coffee."
Okay.
Anyway.
Right.
So I had taken them, and I had it, but I remember liking it. So the whole point was, I bought it again, and I had
it.
Which on the back of it, it says warning, world's strongest coffee or whatever.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
But but after having like 6 cups of it, it's fucking. I got fucking pinned off of that shit. So luckily, that's pretty much gone.
But it's too strong, you're saying?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think so. And also too, I tend to make I put a couple extra scoops in, you know. Mm-hmm. So say if I put 6 cups of water, then I put maybe 8 scoops of coffee in, you know.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you like it dark and strong.
I get strong, but yeah, I don't even know how that story came up. But oh yeah, coffee.
We were talking about coffee. So, did Zaprella drink coffee as well?
No, she hasn't drank coffee in, I don't know, got to be like 8 years.
So
she used to love
it. When you
make a pot. Oh yeah, it's just me. Yeah.
Yeah, I could tell.
Yeah, I've already had 4 cups today.
Already? How many pots in a day? Just 1 pot a day?
Just 1 pot. But I usually drink 6 cups. Anywhere from.
How small are your cups?
Small cups, just regular, okay. Just regular size cups. Yeah. But yeah, I drink anywhere from 3 to 6 of those.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Well, how many? Because you drink them in the pint glasses.
Not enough today. Not enough today. That's all I feel. Yeah. Right now, I feel like I haven't done enough. For. You are definitely giving me that anxiety feeling that coffee usually gives me. So this is fine. This is good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get a drink. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get some more fucking coffee.
Yeah, go get some coffee. In 2 minutes. I'm dry out. Oh man. Lord.
All right, I gotta go sand some panels.
You sanding in that studio? No, you have to. You got no choice.
No. I'm just joking. I don't even sand. What I do is I use the foam rollers because I like my shit smooth.
Yeah.
And that, so I use the foam rollers, and then after that, I just because of the panels that I'm using right now already come gessoed, so I just put on a gray layer of gesso just to tone it. And that's usually only 2 coats, and then I just take a piece of just regular, letter paper, 8.5 by 11, and I fold that and I sand with that because it's just
you sand with a piece of paper.
Yeah, because it just takes off the
those little bubbles.
That top layer of roughness,
those little.
So it still has texture in the in the paint. So
you sand with a piece of paper.
Yeah. So instead of because I used to
sanding wrong. You're supposed to use sandpaper.
What?
Not just paper. You're not. Sanding.
I have never.
You're papering.
No, it's called sandpaper. So
But you're using you're paper sanding.
Yeah, well, you're just doing the same thing, but reversing the words.
Okay.
I'm paper sand. I'm sandpapering, sanding.
You're paper sanding. Paper. So you paper sand your canvas, and that's enough to get it smooth.
Yeah. 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 I just started doing that a couple months ago.
You think a lot of changes happen because we're locked into our rooms?
Yeah. Yeah. So I've been experimenting, playing around with some stuff here and there, for sure. Artistic wise.
I've been doing...
You know one thing that's changed that I really, really like that's changed?
No.
Is ordering art supplies online.
Oh, really?
I'm never going to go to an art store ever again.
Because it's so easy?
Yeah, because the only Dick Blick that I know of, I mean, maybe there is one somewhere in Queens, because Queens is so fucking big, but was right by, was in the Village, and that.
Off of Lafayette Street.
I'm sorry?
Off of Broadway, Lafayette.
Yeah. Grand Street, whatever. Anyways, but
not Grand.
What's that?
Not Grand. It definitely
no, it wasn't Grand. It's the same one that
what's the Green? Green Street.
No, I'm sorry, not because Green's down by Soho. Green runs parallel. Anyways, but dude, Chuck Close's studio, same street, right? Or at least his old studio.
Chuck Close. Well, his was on the corner of Lafayette and I don't remember the name. If that was not
I'm
Green in
pretty
the
sure it's the same.
center or Saint something. No.
I'm gonna look it up. I gotta look it up
Yeah. Now I need to know as well.
Yeah.
This is Blick. All right. Oh. You know what? Technology. Eat 1,000 million dicks.
But while you're looking for that, so ever since I've done that, now it's like, you know, because I would always take the train into the city or drive the car into the city to go to the art store. So now it's like, I don't even need to do that anymore. I just got to know that I have to order way ahead of time because it like sometimes takes like a week and a half to 2 weeks to get here, you know? So, and if you spend over $45, it's free shipping.
Yeah.
And which is with art supplies. I mean, you buy a tube of paint and you're spending over $45. So, you know.
Yeah. I liked going to art supply stores though.
Me too.
It's like it's one of those shops like, you know, it's like your kind are shopping there as well. It's almost like you know, it's like, oh, this one.
Also, too, you stumble upon supplies that you would have never, you know, like that's. I remember finding that Krylon quick dry right here, and you know, I found that just by like walking down an aisle. I'm like, oh, that shit is quick drying for oil paint.
It's like a toy store, you know. It's like going to the toy store, surrounded by
Yeah.
the toys. And it is Bond Street, but I was thinking of Great Jones.
Great Jones.
And what was that other street? And Bleecker, yeah. Bleecker, the corner of Bleecker, I think was. Well, that's where Mark had the studio. I think
Mark
also
had the one at Bleecker. Yeah.
Yeah, the corner of Bond and Lafayette. I think that's where. Oh, I don't know what the fuck. I found that out.
Scott had a studio.
No, what's his name? The other guy, Chuck Close. Chuck Close.
Oh, yes. Chuck Close.
Yes. Chuck.
Oh yeah, that's the whole reason why we were talking about that. But yeah.
Oh, fuck you, Google Maps, into your death. Sponsored by.
Anyway, that's it. Before I go.
And here we are. Let's get going. Checking in with Stoupakis. I'm checking in. See how he's doing. The time is now 5:16 p.m. on your Sunday early evening getaway. Get away from me, get away from me, and leave me alone.
Leave him alone. I love you, dude.
I love you, dude. I mean, nice if we could, you know, talk to each other again real soon.
Yeah.
Like when I'm in a good mood.
I got to make sure I pick up the next time you call.
It's an emergency.
Only an hour went by.
It's a tight window.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh. And there's no pattern. I'm trying to find a pattern. What's the pattern? Like, oh, when I'm better. Oh, Tuesdays are great. Wednesdays are something. Thursdays, who gives a fuck? No pattern. I don't see it. Maybe now.
Now. Nope.
No.
Okay, no, now.
You just missed it. I was really in a good mood.
I know. You went to go look the other way and it's already gone, man. Yeah.
Oh, that's the way it goes, man. It's the way it goes.
Got it. There you have it, people. And that's how the cookie crumbles.
I want to end this one up with a little story.
Okay.
Well, I was thinking about work and work ethic a lot because this is my biggest problem, I think.
Yeah.
Is the discipline and the. I think I do have a good work ethic, but
you have a great work ethic.
Trying to fit, like where I learned a lot of these fucking tricks to keep working, and I'll share that with you next time. So tune in.
I thought you said you were gonna lay it. I was getting all fucking
into it, right?
My seat getting all buckled in. Yeah, I thought we were going for a fucking ride.
You know, maybe you'll pick up the phone next time I call you. And I'll let you know. David, I love you. I'm going to go do some more work.
Love you too, brother.
Hey, and maybe, I'm really trying to, you know what? I really want to catch you like those late nights when you're painting. I want to get you on one of those nights. Those are hard because I don't stay up late.
Had it. We were gonna do it the other thing, and then I didn't call you back, and you didn't call me back.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like it was like a window time. You called me at 10:30, and I was already like a half hour like out of the studio. So it was too late. If it was 10 minutes, it would have been a different story.
Yeah.
But that's that window of time. That window, it's there.
Yeah.
Where my body just like
keep
click.
Going.
Yeah. I'm done. Like I don't have it. Or it's like I'm on. Get me a fucking vodka. Let's go.
Yeah.
No, get me a vodka. Let's go.
Okay, hold on. Wait.
All right, but seriously, that sounds like you're making a martini to me, baby.
Toothpicks.
Whatever works, baby. Yeah. Well, okay.
Pick it up next time. Everybody tune in for that story next time.
I'm going to tell you all about work ethic. I'll see you later.
Love you, baby. Peace.
Goodbye.